You are welcome on this channel, my friends. Today's address is on language part B. In part 1 or part A, I have tried to touch the surface of language and its uses in different dimensions. Now I will bring you to a different level of understanding where you can understand both the dimensions of language very clearly. Actually, when great truths are put together, then problems start arising. Because our language through which we express ourselves has been made by mediocre people of the world who were scholars, who were not mystics, who were not awakened ones, who were not enlightened. So, the experience of mystics, aesthetics, and philosophers or rishis are not expressed by the language available in the world, because all these languages have not been made by awakened people like Buddha, Jesus, and Lao Tzu. That is why there is a difference. Because those who were not believers, they were seers or knowers. They take the help from the language which has been made by the people who are believers, who are seekers, who are theoretical, who don't have the experience of truth practically. They just imagine, they speculate. So, this is the difference between the expression of a scholars and the expression of aesthetics or mystics, and that will continue. Now, I am moving towards the focus issue of our topic of the day. Suppose a man is dying, but he has been loved by someone, and that love has changed him thoroughly. He is not the same man because he has been loved, he has been cared for, he has been accepted. So there is a difference of approach towards death. Though he is dying, but he is dying singing, he is dying dancing. And this difference has been brought by the love of someone cared for him. So no medical instrument can detect this difference. Love of fact, language of fact, and the language of fact or science, the language of love or poetry. Language of fact is which moves on plain road, on super highway. But the language of love that goes into the depth and that touches the height of the life. This is the difference. Language of fact explains the factual experience of life, and language of love expresses the individual experience of life. It is not factual. And both are very important. One is very useful. One is important to make the life very much standard. But if you want to bring qualitative change in your life, then the language of love is essential, is needed. Without that, the qualitative change can't be brought in human's life. So language of fact is okay, that will do, that's very useful. But language of love makes the life valuable, makes the life rejoicing. So both kinds of language are needed for human beings. One who want to move on the road, plain road of life, one who want to move fast on the superhighway of life, they will express through the language of fact. And those who are interested in the height and depth of experience, they will be philosophic. They will talk in metaphors, in empathetic gestures. They will talk in myths and parables. So for them, a different dimension of language is needed. So dear friends, you cannot ignore one kind of language from human life. Human life consists both the dimension, and with the help of both the dimension, the life can be made purposive, and non-purposive life is also very important, because that is the dominated domain of love, prayer. So we have not to ignore any dimension, and with this approach, if we move on in life, then the life will be life. Then the language will bring peace, blissfulness, and tranquility. Thank you very much, my friends.